on the 2024 Outback. We're going to start over here on the steering wheel. Cruise control, turning it on. Then we're going to set it, adjust the distance from the car in front of you because it's an adaptive cruise control, so you'll kind of link onto the car in front of you. Then here we have lane centering, using these cameras here to keep you in those lanes. Down below, some cars are equipped with heated steering wheel, so you just pump up on that. Over here we have source of music, AM, FM, Sirius, all that good stuff. This will skip through the presets, or if you're listening through your phone, it'll just change the song. This toggle here will give you different information displayed there. Here we have PSI, that'll be told after moving a little bit. We have, we've spent no time in the auto start stop and we've saved no gas. We've been in the car for 2 minutes and we've gone 0 miles. Our miles per gallon, and we have 240 till empty. And then here for our trip A, and then it just circulates time, well, radio, road, and a compass, and it circles through. Then back here, if you ever see this little logo pop up, normally pops up there above the P, you'll hit this button for it to tell you what it's trying to indicate you. So it could be low windshield wiper fluid, seatbelt not fastened, low fuel, things like that. Here we have answering the phone, hanging up the phone, or muting the music. Here we have voice command, so if I hit her,
please say a command.
She'll come up.
But canceling.
If you're hooked up with the CarPlay through Apple or Android, then you'll be able to use Siri or Google depending on who your carrier. And then here is volume. Over here we have opening and closing the back trunk. We have brightness of your dash. And then here we have the logo on your trunk is a sensor. So if you hold your hand in front of it and then move it after the beep, your trunk will open. If you can barely tell, right there is a white line. And that's when you know that if it's pressed in, that it's off. Meaning that that sensor will not work. A lot of people like that for like bike racks and stuff like that. Here on the main screen, we have hard keys on both sides. Defrost front and back. Volume, tune, the flashers. Some cool stuff here is that the climate control, if you hit this big button, you'll have more access to more options. Then here, I like to explain this little car logo here as a all your driving settings. So if you see here, we have traction control, X mode for when you need more traction, your cruise control acceleration, audio vehicle hold. This one's important just for the fact that it holds your brakes for you when you let go of the brakes for a couple of seconds. That meaning that if you're going through a car wash that just rolls you through, your brakes will lock up, causing it to break your brakes. And then that one's really important, just not to have on in a car wash. And then steering responsive headlights, your headlights turn when you turn. Auto start stop is the same as this button here. If you ever notice that your car cuts off at a stoplight trying to save fuel, that's where that is. Here, driving assistance uses more of these cameras up above. Here you have pre-collision braking. So if you're going over 7 miles an hour and something jumps out in front of you, that your car will brake for you. Lane departure, if you hit it, you'll see that you have all functions, just the steering wheel tension, or just the buzzer warnings, or completely off. Rear vehicle detection is the same thing as pre-collision braking, but in reverse. So if you're backing up and something jumps out, it'll your car will brake for you. And then driver monitoring system, there's a little camera in here that every time you get in the car, it scans your face and moves your seats and your mirrors. And if you want to see how to adjust that, just let me know and I'll send you a separate video. And then lastly, we have more settings here, just some volume and units. Back to the home screen, we have maps, radio, media, phone. A really cool one in the apps that I want to show you, just because a lot of people don't know that they have it, is this travel link. Here you'll be able to find weather, current, 3 hours, 6 hours, 5 days, even along a road trip. If you're going somewhere, you can set up weather alerts. You can find all the parking garages in your area. This one's really cool because you can check the fuel prices. If you let it update a little bit, it'll give you the actual prices. It just doesn't include Costco or Sam's because you need that membership for those. Sports, you can keep up with your favorite sports team, and you can keep up with your stocks if you wanted to. And that's just really neat. And to go along with that, I'm going to show you this add shortcuts. So let's say we wanted to check the price pretty often. Go here to apps and price, and now we've made our own little app. And then this works just like your phone. So if you hold, you can drag to delete any ones you've made, or you can simply rearrange any that are pre-existing. Since we're on this screen, display off will turn this whole screen off, but still give you access here below. For, let's say you're on a night ride, you don't need a map or anything. Valet mode, here you'll punch in a code, a 4-digit code, and then when you give that valet driver your key, he won't be able to get into any of your apps, so he won't be able to see where you've been going, who you've been calling, none of that personal information. And you just get back in the car, punch that code, and you're all back to normal. Here's another shortcut for that audio vehicle hold, the one that we do not want on in a car wash. And then lastly, your traction control. Here below we have a manage devices. This one's good to know just if you want to add any phones to your car or delete them. Here you'll have a list of all of them. And then up here we have an information screen. Here we have the music. We can have destination. We have a triple meter screen. This one's kind of neat because you can customize it just by touching it. And then let's say you don't want to know the angle. You're not very interested, but you'd rather have the speed limit. You can just swap them out, and then it'll be up there at the top. Then we have weather. And lastly, we have X mode. So again, this one's for when you need more traction, and it'll cut off automatically if you hit over 25 miles an hour. Up above here, we have SOS and information. So these come with the Starlink subscription. There should be a little green light here if it's activated. SOS is for more emergency things, and the information is going to be more concerns. If you're going down the road, you need some help right then and there. Subaru representatives are there for you 24/7, 365 days a year. Last couple of things here is your auto dimming mirror. So if this light is green here, this mirror will automatically dim for you, meaning that if the sun is shining through or something, that it will dim for you instead of blinding you. And then here we have the 3 buttons for home link. You can set up your garages. Let me know if you want a video on how to set that up. I'd be more than happy to send that to you. Very, very last thing, if you have it on auto, I recommend leaving it on auto, because then you don't have to worry about turning it on or turning it off. And then if you push the whole thing forward, you'll have automatic bright dimming lights, meaning that your bright lights will be on when your headlights are on, and then as soon as it sees a car or senses a car coming, it'll dim those bright lights and then put them back on when that car has gone by. So if I've missed anything, let me know. If you have any questions, thank you so much.